Mbuyiseni Ndlozi claims Moses Mabhida Stadium was fueled by only KZN people. Hello and welcome to Heart Mzansi. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi recently took to Twitter to express his frustrations regarding the coverage of the Economic Freedom Fighters' manifesto launch. In a series of pointed remarks, Ndlozi highlights what he perceives as a lack of comprehensive understanding among journalists regarding the event. Ndlozi tweets begins by emphasizing the significant turnout at the Moses Mabhida Stadium, where the EFF held its manifesto launch. He proudly notes that the venue was fueled primarily by supporters from KwaZulu-Natal, showcasing the party's stronghold in the region. This assertion sets the stage for Ndlozi's critique of the ANC and the Inkatha Freedom Party, two rival political parties. He contrasts the EFF's grassroots support with the ANC's approach, accusing the latter of busing in supporters from various provinces, including Limpopo, Gauteng, KZN, and the Free State, to fuel the Mbombela Stadium. Ndlozi's implication is clear. While the EFF's attendance reflects genuine local support, the ANC relies on external mobilization to inflate its crowd numbers. Ndlozi's critique extends to the IFP's decision to hold its event at Moses Mabhida Stadium, following the EFF's lead. He questions whether the ANC will also resort to filling the stadium with supporters primarily from KZN, insinuating that the party lacks genuine nationwide backing. He reserves particular scorn for the ANC's Secretary General, referring to them as erratic, semi-illiterate, and self-stupefied. The crux of Ndlozi's argument lies in his call for journalistic integrity. He admonishes journalists for drawing false equivalences between parties without fully understanding the context and nuances of each event. Instead, he urges them to arm themselves with factual information and delve into the details before making comparisons. In essence, Ndlozi's tweet serves as a reminder to journalists to uphold their duty to accurately report on political events. By shedding light on the intricacies of party mobilization and the regional dynamics at play, Ndlozi challenges journalists to move beyond surface-level comparisons and delve deeper into the realities of South Africa's political landscape. MK party supporters stranded at Alex Stadium as taxi refused to take them back. People of South Africa will be heading to polls in the coming or next few months as they go out in their numbers to make sure that they elect the government of their choice. Many of them have made sure that they get themselves registered to be part of the historic movement as they cast their votes and be part of the democracy as they have their say on who governs the country. It is that time of the year where different political parties are going all out, conducting rallies, gathering their supporters as they try to make sure that they convince them to put an X next to their party. We have seen the Economic Freedom Fighters fill up the Moses Mabhida Stadium in KwaZulu-Natal on Saturday. The stadium was painted red with the regalias and T-shirts. Commander-in-Chief Julius addressed the masses. Elsewhere in Gauteng, former African National Congress President Jacob Zuma was also busy as he went all out to campaign for the newly formed MK party, since he made it clear that he will not do anything for the ANC. The party organized transport for its supporters to be transported to Alexander. However, things did not go well, since hundreds of those who traveled with taxis were left stranded until late hours of Saturday evening. Reports emerging suggest that the 25 taxis which were hired refused to take the supporters back to their respective homes. This is allegedly because the party did not pay them. So they decided against taking the people back to their homes, something which is not good for the new party. It could affect their campaign badly and affect the numbers they are hoping to get. Supporters of the former President Jacob Zuma MK party are seeking help after being dumped by transport. The 25 taxi drivers are refusing to take the MK supporters back home, claiming that they have not been paid. At 9 p.m., they were still inside Alex Stadium, reports suggests. The MK party does not need such publicity. If they are to compete with other parties, they should be getting organized and make sure that they avoid such stunts. Zuma's MKP presents a real threat to the ANC, suggests secret polls. Recent revelations from a secret poll conducted within the ranks of the ANC have sent shockwaves through South Africa's political landscape. The poll suggests that former President Jacob Zuma's newly formed political party, the MKP, poses a significant threat to the ANC's dominance in the upcoming elections. Zuma, a divisive figure in the ANC, has long been a central figure within the African politics, or the South African politics to be particular. Despite facing numerous allegations of corruption and mismanagement during his presidency, he still commands a considerable following, particularly among grassroots supporters and in his home province, KwaZulu-Natal. The emergence of the MKP adds a new dimension to South African political landscape. The party, which draws its name from South Africa's popular music genres, aims to appeal to a younger dynamic or demographic disillusioned with the ANC's leadership and its failure to address pressing issues such as unemployment, inequality, and corruption. The secret poll reportedly conducted among the ANC members and supporters indicates that the MKP could siphon off a significant portion of ANC's traditional base, particularly in key regions where Zuma still wields influence. This poses a real threat to the ANC's electoral prospects, potentially splitting the vote and weakening its hold on power. Furthermore, the poll suggests that Zuma's charisma and ability to connect with ordinary South Africans could pose a challenge to the ANC's leadership, which has been criticized for its perceived elitism and disconnect from grassroots. Zuma's populist appeal and his reputation as a champion for the poor could resonate with voters disillusioned with ANC's perceived failure to deliver on its promises. The ANC, already facing internal divisions and declining support in recent years, now finds itself grappling with prospect of a formidable opponent in the form of the MKP. As South Africa gears up for the next round of elections, the ANC will need to confront the growing discontent within its ranks and address the underlying issues driving support for alternative political movements like the MKP. In conclusion, the emergence of Zuma's MKP presents a real and tangible threat to the ANC's hegemony in South African politics. As the country navigates through a period of uncertainty and transition, the ANC will need to adapt its strategies and policies to regain the trust and support of the electorate, or face the prospect of diminishing influence in years to come.